the darker minerals. I'm going to go pretty quick. Feldspar is a quartz, rich in quartz mineral, and it has cleavage. You can kind of see it shines a little bit as I go across that surface. And it tends to give you like 120-degree angles, so it's not 90-degree angles. I forgot to mention some of the things that do give you clean 90s are two of them. The white or clear halite gives you a clean cleavage of a 90-degree angle, and there's one more that really does that, and that's galena. Galena will give you 90-degree angles. Let me get another one that kind of shows that. You can kind of see it gives you more of a cubic fracture, or sorry, cleavage. This is be a good angle. You can see I'm looking at that. Sorry, looking at that line right here, and then on this side, it's more of a 90. So you get more of a cubical cleavage. Feldspar again has cleavage, but it's not as nice as halite and galena. But it's like we kind of likened it to a meatball. It has that white sinew sometimes that runs through it that can easily identify as feldspar. Very hard, kind of like as hard as quartz, because it is rich with quartz. You have ones that are even harder, like garnet, which looks like a soccer ball. Corundum, that kind of looks like a column. It has a hexagonal pattern as you look down it, 6 sides. That's corundum. Azurite has a lot of bright turquoise blue that runs through it in veins. Barite, I don't know how to describe it. It's a softer type of mineral that has sort of sometimes a white and a brown residue on the ends of it. Sulfur is easy to identify. It has a yellow color. Goethite, the best way to identify that is it's kind of has a streaks, sort of a brown when you put it on a streak plate. And it can be, sometimes when you streak it, it can be confused with hematite. Now, hematite is going to be usually a black, but it actually streaks brown. Goethite is going to be a little bit softer, often kind of flakes apart, and it streaks brown. Bauxite has these like grooves in it, or just pits, circled pits in it. That's bauxite. Kaolinite's really soft. You can kind of scrape it with your finger. It's got that property of being real soft, and you can scrape some of that off. I'll just take an edge of that. You can see I got a little bit of that kaolinite. And it has sometimes brown streaks, like you just dirtied your diaper or something like that. Galena we talked about. Hematite again is black, but it streaks brown. Magnetite, get a magnet on it. You can know you have magnetite. Graphite, of course, is very greasy, and it comes off very quick, easily. It's black. Pyrite, not the chalcopyrite, but just the fool's gold pyrite, has a very vitreous, or it's very shiny, metallic. This is hard to this is sometimes hard to identify. Spherolite has a very shiny look to it. It looks like almost like a snake skin kind of look to it sometimes. Very glassy, almost look like snake skin. That's sphalerite. Sphalerite has that sort of, again, glossy snakeskin look. There's some that I haven't covered. I'm not going to talk too much about sodalite, but it has these little, I guess, white strips going through blue. And apatite has a hexagonal look, but it's not as hard as corundum. These aren't going to get as much attention. Well, that's all my minerals that I've laid out in front of me that you can identify using different properties. Streak test is really important. Remember hardness, and then last is color. Oh, and I forgot copper, of course. If you see you have a piece of copper, it'll have the classic copper color buried underneath, maybe some black that's either maybe the copper is oxidized or something like that.